It's Righteous Watcher, and we back in limbo. What we talking about today is watch out how you manifest. Pretty much most people try to get things into their life, but don't understand the things behind the thoughts and those feelings you push behind when you try to get something in life. So what I'm about to break down is the good way to manifest, the bad way to manifest, and just in general on how you want to follow through with getting the things you want in life and following through. This isn't a manifestation video with like crystals or whatever, but this is just a manifestation video on understanding your cycles behind doing things and getting to the next milestone based off your thoughts and feelings behind it. One thing I can say is this is a a niche topic for the under the category of manifestations. So it's not overall of trying to bring things and invite things over your life through a law of attraction for or whatever. That's not what I'm going to be talking about. But let's hop in. So you have a goal in mind. Say you want to make let's say you're a real estate agent, for instance, right? And you're selling houses, this and that, and you're trying to build your repertoire of becoming a real estate agent, right? And behind the scenes, you pushing everything out, you're doing everything, you're getting successful. Let's say for the stance where you're already going to become successful, you know you're going to become successful, but there's the trick the devil placed behind your eye of, oh, there's no wrong thing about being successful, but the devil will play a trick behind your mind of trying to get you to follow through with success in the wrong way. And for instance, you work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, sleepless nights, all that stuff, thinking about this, thinking about all the stressful things behind this, all the nuanced things, without being let free and without becoming overwhelmed by small things that you can't even control or you soon will control or time will handle. The thing is that if you follow through with your manifestations in a way that you, let's say let's say you do it in a way where everything's chill, relaxed, you're enjoying your experience, you're getting to meet new people, you're learning more, you become a better person, and all those good things that you want to have, like those attributes, those characters behind you that make the person who you are and builds over time, becomes you through the goal of becoming a multimillionaire, known real estate investor, social media up, points up, everything you want, right? And the other person going through the overwhelmed and traumatic ways of how deals go out through, and you're not in the good way. For the good person, instead of being in trauma, you learn from the experience and you tackle it on with joy and happiness rather than a person who yells at their wife about it, changes their mood, all that stuff. Because once it hits and you're at that stage, you got to where you want to be when you have that multi-million portfolio and all the status and gains off of it, but you crash out. You crash out in the essence of after you achieved your goal, which is something that we look at, and you don't even notice how that's going to tear you down from the top back to the bottom in your head, and you end up not manifesting a life you want with the materials you've gained and the wealth you've gained, not what's it called, earthly wealth. I'm talking about earthly wealth, not metaphysical wealth. But if you get to that point and you gain metaphysical health, I'm bringing that metaphysical wealth, and you in non-metaphysical wealth, and you got to the physical wealth that you're already there, you're gonna be deteriorating, you die soon, all that stuff, just because you're not in a good mental state, and it tears down everything that you've built or you thought you'd have if you follow through it the right way. And the key is to make sure each time you follow through with something, put the thoughts and feelings behind the actions and look at the habits that you do, the actions that you follow through with, how are you following through with these actions, why you're following through with these actions, and how that's going to affect you. Because if you follow through with the actions and feelings that make you feel better and in bliss and joy, then you're going to be at the place where you want to be, because this involves a lot of things. It could be down to the girl you have by your side and the relationship you have with her, the partnerships that you have going on, your friendships, the type of stuff you discuss that make you feel whole and spiritually full in your stomach, being and filling up that appetite that you want internally through the proper way of getting there with the happiness, rather than being in turmoil but getting there through fighting through it. Because those people who just fight through it and fight through it and fight through it, you're gonna have your hands up the whole time, even though you got to the place you want to be. You're just gonna look for the next fight, not in that perspective of going through the what's it called, the unhealthy way of manifesting. And you but the healthy way of manifesting, you get to the point of that success mentally, and always having that appetite, but in a good way, where you have the appetite of a person who, instead of having your hands up trying to fight, like you've been thinking that you've been training yourself to get to that point and what you've been doing to get to that point, but instead now of a person who gets there in a way where you learn about things in life and you feel like you're, for me, is for instance, creating new emotions, creating new types of energy, new type of face of a person that you want to believe in, or a face of a person that you create when you put yourself out there and expose yourself, when you reflect on the world. Those type of things can affect you in a way where I become more of a smart and wise person in a healthy way, instead of a smart and wise person in a rude manner. You become a rude person, a person who can't handle someone's temper or agitation. You don't have temperament in a way when you get to that status where you want to be. Now, let's close this out with one thing. Don't trip out. You'll get there. You'll be happy. Limbo.